I don't know if I'm happy with it, but hey, at least it's something different. Hello, it is your boy JP, and I'm bringing you my second Elemental Hero slash Masked Hero deck profile of 2018. Now, before we get into this, I just want to say that any issues at all you see with this deck, put it in the comment section below, because I am currently working on it. I'm trying to perfect it, trying to make it however I like, how I see fit, how I like it. Anyway, I also want to say this deck has completely changed since the previous build. The last build had a lot more hand traps, had a lot more traps, had a lot more quote negation, destruction effects in general. While this deck, I decided, you know what, I want to make a deck build that will work going second as well as going first, but more preferably going second, or at least I don't want to have to use so many traps and hand traps. More so, I want to do combos, and these combos being able to work second or first, you know. But anyway, I said also second because of combos with all the traps. You can't really combo as well in hand traps, etc. Anyway, this is the deck. So before we explain anything, let me just read it out for the people who are interested in that. So we have 2 Honest Neos, 3 Destiny Hero Malicious, 3 Solid Men, 1 Blaze Man, 3 Shadow Mist, 3 Vion, 2 Bubble Men, 3 E Emergency Cool, 3 A Hero Lives, Regeki, Polymerization, Reinforcements of the Army, 3 Polar Desires, Miracle Fusion, Monster Reborn, 2 Mass Charge, 3 Mass Change, 1 Form Change, and 3 Return to the front lines. So that was for the main deck. Now for the extra deck, we have Mars Hero Jaiden, Vision Hero Adoration, Mars Hero Anki, Mars Hero Acid, Elemental Hero Absolute Zero, 2 Dark Claw, 1 Blade Armor Ninja, Tornado Dragon, Castell, Abyss Dweller, and then for the links we have Borrolo Dragon, Decode Talker, Extra Hero Wonder Driver, and Isolde. Or Isolde, however you want to pronounce it. Anyway, that's the deck. The side deck are just cards that I've been considering putting in or I've been testing with and I've decided to take out, etc. Anyway, so as I said, I wanted this deck to work both going first and second. The only bad thing about going first is the Regeki and the return to the front lines, but it's okay because they will still work in the long run. Or I should have said going first, going second. Yeah, I messed that up. Anyway, I decided to get rid of so many cards, as you could probably tell. So what I did was I got rid of the Solemn Brigade because I felt like that was more certainly going first, and I can admit it's good going first-ish, but you can't really combo with it, and going second it's absolutely terrible. And I know usually you build a deck either going first or going second, but I want a combo. I don't want to be able to draw so many traps and not be able to do shit. So I also got rid of Twin Twisters, because I felt like it just wasn't really necessary. I mean, in the current day, there is back row, but it's more so hand traps that mess you up than anything. Back row is usually just helping their own deck rather than stopping you. Sure, you can get the solemn warnings and stuff, but this deck can kind of play around them with all the combos. So yeah, it's whatever. We can always, there's always Twin Twisters in the side deck or whatever. If you like it, put it in. It's up to you. Anyway, I also get rid of the Goblinderberg. I decided to keep the third Solid Man because I got rid of Summon a Monk. So there's no reason to keep Goblinderberg because if this can summon everything that Goblinderberg can, at least in this deck. So yeah, it's searchable by emergency call, etc. So yes, then I also get rid of all the hand traps. I don't want any hand traps that don't help with combos. And then BOS. Okay, so I just thought BOS just wasn't as necessary, I don't really have targets for it anymore, actually. Like, Odyssey Theos is it, but you could search it in picture, but I mean, I could still easily make it, but it's just, I wouldn't say it's worth it. I mean, you can put it in if you want, but not me. Okay, so for the cards that I put in, I decided to put a third Vion because we also put the Malicious in, and Vion, it just starts the combos. Not only that, you can add Polymerization from your deck to your hand, which is really, really useful. Same with Blazeman, that's why I wanted him, because I can special summon him with Solid Men or Hero Lives if I need to, because like say there's so many times where I have both Shadow Mist and Solid Men, so I don't really need a Hero Lives, so I just bring out Blazeman, get the fusion, etc. combos, or I could have, for example, Solomon and Vion, and then I have a malicious in my hand. So what I do is I Blazeman, and then I just like link whatever poly malicious, you know, anything's possible. So there's that. Also added back Bubbleman. I don't know if I want to add two, but I like it because I also added Absolute Zero since we have searchable polymerization. Also Miracle Fusion, and by the way, they're both able to be brought back with Wonder Driver, so that's really good. And then I also have Forum Change, so I can Forum Change and do the good combo with Acid and Absolute Zero. I mean, you can get rid of Absolute Zero, but I decided I want to keep it just for GP because we do have two fusion spells, and sometimes you want to be able to fuse without no, sometimes there's for more options, and having this is super useful, especially when you must change it away and just board wipe. Just trust me, it's useful. It's an old combo, I know, but it's there. Malicious also helps with that, and I really want Malicious because of he's just good for link combos. He's just good for combos in general, good for fusing, etc. I don't know how I feel about Miracle Fusion. Hasn't come up a huge amount, but really it's because I haven't really drawn into it, and that's another thing that bothers me. It's not searchable, so I don't know how I feel about it, but I keep it there. And I mean, for when I haven't how to use it, it works. Forum Change is only at 1 because I can search it when I need it, and it is a pretty decent card. And then I can always bring it back with extra Hero Wonder Driver. I don't know how I feel about 2 Must Charge. I got like 4 targets and then over heroes, but whenever I draw into it, there aren't many heroes in Grave, but that's usually just because of whenever I do get it, it's at a bad circumstance, so it's whatever. I don't know how I feel about Regeki, because I think Regeki in a combo deck, not very good, but borderline it's okay because of Dark Claw. I don't know. I just wouldn't know what to replace it with. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about Desires as well. Like, these are just, the deck works fine, but just, like, in my mind, I feel like there could be something better that I could be doing. So, yeah, so that's there. It does help, but what you'd want to do is use all your combos and use it as an extender rather than using it first up, because you don't want to banish any of your malicious, etc. So yeah, I've done a few duels of this deck. I mean, I've played tested it for quite a while, lots of hours on it, but I think it works fine. And the starting hands are great, especially you have Solid Man, Vion, and Shadow Mist in your hand. Can never go wrong with that, because you can then you get yourself an Honest Neo, so you can get yourself a Mask Change, malicious combos. I just think it works very well. I'm trying to figure out other things to say, but there isn't really much. Just at first this deck might look a little bit weird, and I can admit if you get bad hands it is a bit weird, but it's good. And of course Bubbleman got the extra special summons, which is useful. But again, the only things that I could really say I might change is I might reduce Bubbleman to 1, but really it's because of whatever deck I go up against. Bubbleman's just annoying. Like, people reincarnation me, so I didn't really get a chance to use it, or they disable special summoning. So yeah, but I like it at 2. It just doesn't always work out. Again, I don't know about Miracle Fusion. That's more so because I can't search it. It's a good card, but yeah, it's not searchable. Regeki, it's annoying wanting to combo and I draw into it. I just don't know what to replace it with. I could do an upstart. I thought about it, but I don't really want to be giving the enemies more of an advantage, you know? Because of course this is a combo deck, but you can't push for a huge amount of damage at once because of the link format kind of hindered this deck. However, new support's meant to be coming out soon, so hopefully it helps. But yeah, Regeki's okay. I kind of want to get rid of it, but I don't know about this being a 2 again, because of sometimes it's a dead draw, but when it does work, it's really, really good. And usually you just get yourself back an Honest Neos or something to combo with, and then you get one of these back super easily. And it works good with Wonder Driver. Again, this combos, extra damage. Then this is just there, so you can set it and get extra special summons when you need it. However, I'm also considering putting Call of the Haunted instead, just because of links, but I don't know. And maybe I might get rid of Borrowload for Borrow's Sword. Again, I'm not too sure what I want to change. This is a deck profile, but I'm also just asking you guys what you believe. So again, this deck works fine, but you know, I was talking about what could be other options to do. However, I just wouldn't know what to replace with some of the cards. So again, that's why I said at the start of this video, if you see anything that you think I should change, go ahead and tell me. But in the most part, I'm happy with it. The only bad thing is when you get super unlucky hands. Like for example, Shuffle. It's not that bad. That's actually not that bad at all. Other than the malicious, it's okay. But then all this, because you banish 10, so 5, you get those two, so that'd be kind of, that's a bad hand. Cause yeah, that's already a bad hand. Vion, you know, you could ditch something, get poly, you could poly the other Vion, etc. It's not terrible, but you see, you just tend to draw the bad things at the bad times. So yeah, but in the most part, it's a good deck. Anyway, I'm out of here. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Yeah.